The use of Anemos, Pnoe, and Pneuma in the Bible and Classical Greek. The Greek language, with its rich lexicon and profound philosophical underpinnings, has provided the foundation for much of Western thought, particularly in the realms of theology and rhetoric. Among the multitude of words rooted in the Greek language, Anemos, Pnoe, and Pneuma stand out, each embodying distinct yet interconnected meanings related to wind, breath, and spirit. Their usage in both the Bible and classical literature illuminates their various contextual connotations, creating a dialogue between the spiritual and the corporeal worlds. Anemos, meaning wind, evokes imagery of natural elements that often symbolize divine action or presence. In both ancient Greek literature and biblical texts, wind signifies the unseen forces that govern life and nature. For example, in the New Testament, particularly in the Gospel of John, Jesus speaks of the Spirit, Pneuma, as akin to the wind, stating in John 3:8, "The wind blows where it wishes, and you hear its sound, but you do not know where it comes from or where it goes. So it is with everyone who is born of the Spirit." Here, Anemos symbolizes not merely a physical phenomenon, but also the unpredictable and sovereign work of the Holy Spirit. This parallel offers a tangible connection. Just as the wind is felt yet unseen, so too is the Spirit in its transformative role in human lives. In classical Greek literature, Anemos frequently appears in the context of nature and human emotion. For instance, in Homer's Iliad, wind serves as a force that drives ships and influences the fate of battles. The winds are not just physical currents, but also metaphoric representatives of divine favor or wrath. The use of Anemos in Homer's epic demonstrates its dual capacity to convey both the tangible and the intangible, a representation of divine orchestration in human affairs, reflecting the belief in a world influenced by unseen powers. Pnoe, translates directly as breath and embodies both a physical act and a spiritual metaphor. In the biblical context, the concept of breath is paramount to the understanding of life itself. In Genesis 2:7, God breathes into Adam's nostrils the breath of life, causing him to become a living being. This passage connects Pnoe not only to the act of breathing, but also to the impartation of life from the divine. The act of breathing reveals something profoundly intimate about existence. It highlights the belief that life and spirit are gifts from God. In classical literature, Pnoe is utilized by philosophers and poets alike to explore the connection between the physical body and the essence of life. For instance, in the works of Plato, breath may represent both the animating force of the soul and the intellect's capacity to engage with the world. This philosophical exploration underscores the significance of breath not merely as a biological function, but as a means of connecting with the divine and the cosmos. Pneuma, pneuma, rooted in the notion of spirit or breath, represents the vital force animating beings and is central to theological discussions in the New Testament. In Romans 8:16, Paul writes, "The Spirit himself bears witness with our spirit that we are children of God." This usage of pneuma emphasizes an intimate relationship between the divine and the individual. The Spirit serves as an advocate and sustainer, bridging the divine with humanity, a function reminiscent of the vital breath attributed to the essence of life in classical thought. In ancient philosophy, particularly Stoicism, pneuma represents the rational principle that pervades the universe, demonstrating a dualistic interpretation of the term as both an individual spirit and a universal force. Stoics believed that everything is infused with pneuma, which signifies a dynamic relationship between the individual and the cosmos. This concept resonates within biblical texts as well, where Pneuma not only affirms personal spiritual experience, but also establishes a community grounded in shared divine presence. Conclusion. The terms Anemos, Pnoe, and Pneuma reflect profound concepts within both the biblical narrative and classical Greek thought. Each term embodies a multifaceted understanding of life, spirit, and the divine, bridging the natural and the spiritual realms. While Anemos symbolizes the invisible forces that impact life, Pnoe grounds the essence of existence in the breath of life imbued by God. Pneuma encapsulates both individual and universal dimensions, emphasizing the relationship between humanity and the divine. The interplay of these terms across texts reveals an enduring narrative about the interconnectedness of breath, spirit, and the greater cosmos, an interplay that remains relevant in theological discourse and philosophical inquiry today.